y'all introduce yourselves?
My name is Tanijah.
And my name's Justin.
And we have a boat chartering business. It is called JustRide WaterCrafts. We're in Lake Conroe, which is right outside of Houston. And then we have another location in Dallas, Texas, at Lake Ray Hubbard. So that is a little bit about us and our business. Me and Justin, we are married. So 28-year-old couple. Just turned 29, sorry. Forgot that quick. But yes.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
And I'm from Toledo, Ohio.
Yes, and we met at University of Toledo.
Yeah, we met in college at University of Toledo.
Okay, so how do you feel like your hometown has influenced you to where you are now?
That's a good question. I feel like my hometown has been more so like an environment where it's like make something for yourself.
Okay.
So growing up, it's always looking at like what's next, how can you own that, versus being a follower, if that makes sense, and being able to have an impact on the community as well. So I feel like being a business owner, having those like values and cores in me has helped influence the decisions that I have made and we've made together.
That's good. Okay. Okay. Come
Yeah.
on, Toledo. Tell us what hometown, what they did for you.
I feel like my hometown, Toledo, Ohio, it is a lot of people who are trying to get things accomplished. Some people are trying to start from like square zero and like just trying to build that foundation. And I feel like that's where I kind of came at, trying to build a foundation and just like hungry and having a hustle. So just like not afraid of hard work. That's what I got from Toledo, because people are just going to try to, they say get it out the mud.
Literally, getting it out the mud.
So that is what we have been doing, getting out the mud.
All right, well, shout out to Midwest and getting it straight out the mud. So what made you even start the boating business?
In the college of business, we always want to be entrepreneurs, and we looked at different industries. We used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina. We were on a boat there, and it's like a luxury, nice experience. Something different than in our culture and community, going to the club and just going out to eat with the hookah and everything. What's a different experience and memory that you could have? So when we moved to Houston, we were like, okay, we know it's big on the culture and black-owned businesses, but this is one thing that's missing. So not only will it be in demand and unique and different, but also it's an experience and memory we could give to the people that live here and the people that's coming to Houston. So another thing to look at in H-Town and then as we expand to other places.
That. Especially when you talk about other things outside of nightlife. Because if y'all have not been to Houston, Houston is really based off of nightlife. Every restaurant got hookah. It's crazy. But it's good to have a different business and have something different to go to. So what are y'all plans for 2025?
So 2025, we are rolling it back. We still have Houston, we have Dallas. We've just added another boat to our Dallas fleet. So very excited about that. Dallas, we have like different events that we offer during the week, and I would say like Dallas love those weekly events.
That's good.
So it's like, let's put another boat down there. Let's get that booked up. We have a Wind Down Wednesday that we offer every Wednesday in our Dallas location. We have Wind Down Wednesday as well in Houston as well. But Wind Down Wednesday, we offer one glass of wine, and then also people can bring their own wine on the boat. It's a sunset cruise where you can listen to like R&B music and jazz music, see multi-million-dollar houses. So we have that on Wednesdays, and then Thursdays we have karaoke Thursdays. So people love karaoke. You came outside of karaoke Thursday. And you could just do karaoke on the boat. And I would say like all of our guests, they love our weekly events, but they also love our private charters as well. Private charters is something we offer Wednesday through Sunday. And you can bring your family, your girlfriends, guy friends. You can bring anybody out on our charters and just like have a good time on the boat, party, vibe, relax, whatever it is you're seeing. You can just create whatever vibe you want.
So for the private charter, how many people can come up and book?
So it's different for locations. So here in Houston, the max is going to be 12. In Dallas, the max is 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we have a second boat there, so we were able
Okay.
to accommodate a little bit more.
So with the private charters, do you guys have to book in advance, or could they do it the same day? How does that work?
So they could book in advance online. We don't do any walk-ins, but they could book the same day as well by calling us, and then we can open up the slot online. Everything is in advance. We do get booked pretty far in advance, so we, advise people to do it at least 2 to 3 weeks out.
Okay,
That's good. So have you had any like conflicts with anybody calling like, hey, we're only in here for the weekend, and I see you guys have all your little limited space. So what do you do to accommodate? Or do you just like, sorry?
No, so we try to work with people.
Okay.
Like, so if someone say they're only here for the weekend, what I'll do is I'll ask them, like, you're here Friday to Sunday, and then I'll just go over what time slots we have available for that. If they can move around their schedule. Some people don't even have to, because it's like, oh, I didn't know that y'all accepted morning appointments. We could do this in the morning, and we can have brunch on the boat. So we were like, okay, y'all could do that, because they were might have thinking like to do something later in the evening, or that we weren't open. But I'm like, okay, we can just do you for like a 10 a.m. slot. So we always try to accommodate every customer that calls our phone. Yeah.
That's good. So have you guys had any struggles with like the weather or customers just complaining? Like, how would y'all navigate through those situations?
Not necessarily with customers complaining, but more so with the weather. We have to be very sensitive dealing with the water. So we may stand outside and it's 85 degrees and it feel good, but really on the boat, if it really depends on the wind. So if it's too windy, it pushes the water, which creates waves.
Yikes.
So we may have to adjust and push your time slot a little forward or push it back until the wind calms down.
Okay.
But we definitely take those measures of looking at the weather. So every time we wake up, we're looking at the weather every day. So
have y'all ever got caught like while y'all on the water and then randomly just rained, even though it said it wasn't going to rain?
For sure with the rain, yes, for sure.
So what happens when that happens?
Yeah, so we have bimini tops that cover you, but we do head in. Unless it's like a light drizzle, we have seen it pass. But if it's dark clouds and look like thunder, and we're going to go ahead and bring our customers in.
That's
for
good.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all won't get in trouble. Look, y'all get just a little sprinkle.
So do you guys plan on collaborating, or have you collaborated with other businesses?
We have collaborated with other businesses. We recently, like we were mentioning at the beginning of the interview, or before the interview, sorry, that we had a giveaway with 2 other Black-owned experiences in Houston. One was Kiki Mats, and they do like painting on house mats, like the welcome mats that you have on your door. And then the other was Trill on Wheels, which is like a hip-hop party bike experience. So we definitely love to collaborate. We would love to collaborate with like wine, since we have like wine on our boat.
That'd be good, like a sponsor.
Yeah, so we're always open to collaborate. We love just working together.
So how can people even find out about your weekly events? Like, how can they find that?
So I would say, 1, follow us on social media, because you'll always see what's going on, what the atmosphere is. You might get a different vision of what you might like to bring on the boat, or things that you didn't know were options to bring on the boat. So, like, we had somebody bring like little chicken sliders on a boat, and it's like chicken skewers and everything. So I would say, follow us on social media. That way you know when our weekly events are happening. They happen every Wednesday, every week. But that way you know what's going on. And then also our website. So our social media is just at JustRide WC. And then our website is JustRideWC.com.
Okay, so do you guys have any regrets so far of this journey?
No regrets.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's good.
Go ahead and jump with any ideas that we have and make adjustments accordingly, depending on those results.
That's how you're supposed to do it. So
How do you manage your work-life balance as entrepreneurs?
With balance.
Okay.
I'm being honest. Right now, I feel like our head is like down, and we are focused. Very much so focused. We are serial entrepreneurs, so we have other things, like Justin said. We have an idea and we feel like this would be a great idea, we will go for it. So
I know that's right.
I feel like right now we are not at that balance. We try to be intentional when we know we need rest, like to just get rest. So I don't want to say like we just work. But right now we're at the point where we are just working hard.
That's good. So who do y'all feel deserves credit in your life that you've been slow to acknowledge?
Well, I want to first say thank you to God.
I like that now. I like that.
God, He has provided us the energy when we had no energy, the grace when we did not deserve the grace, the ideas, the brilliance, the creativity. So God, I feel like I never tell you thank you enough, but God. And then I will also say, like, for real, like, y'all, like our friends, like in Houston, and our family that's like from out of town and stuff, like they make sacrifices that they don't even know. Like it's a lot of times where I can't go places, and like instead of my friends like feeling some type of way or like feeling like I'm going against them or I'm not there for them, they understand. So I would say like I would say those people that really understand, like okay, they are in a busy, it's a sacrifice.
Grateful. Look at y'all. Okay.
How did y'all get, like, where y'all at now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for my parents, both of them went to school in college for accounting.
Oh, they money right there. Okay.
And then they were together, and I feel like they gave me a pretty good life growing up. And so it was like a standard where it was like, you're supposed to do better than your parents, and every generation coming forward is supposed to be better. So it really encouraged me to dive in and try to figure out how not to make these mistakes at a young age with money, and to learn how to use different tools to like invest and save, so that way I could be in their position, if not better off, if that makes sense.
That's good.
So it was definitely motivating seeing like what they set up for me.
I like that.
That is good.
That was a good one.
Answer.
Okay.
So if you could time travel back to an earlier time in your life, where would you visit and what would you do?
Oh.
Would it be college again?
I know, yeah, it would be college.
It would be college again?
Yes. College, we saw each other and we were just friends. So we didn't know that the future would be here today. So it would be interesting to like go back and know what we know today, because I feel like our conversations would be a lot different.
Yeah. We probably would have got married a lot sooner and started these businesses.
Yeah, for sure. We would start businesses.
But everything at the right time. Everything happens at the right time, for sure. Okay.
If you could only leave your children
one life lesson, what would it be?
To listen.
To listen?
Yes.
Why was it ooh?
Because that was a good question, but that was a great answer.
Listen to your elders.
Okay.
Take everything with a
Do y'all feel like y'all listening?
Sometimes.
I do now. Yeah, I do now. I feel like when I was in high school, people would tell you things like, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." I'm like, you know what you're talking about. I know everything. Yeah. But I'm like, now when I look back, I'm like, yeah, you was right.
So how do you go back and tell them? Like, do you be like, "Dang, you was right," or you just like, they don't need to know.
No, I just follow that. I don't even tell them.
What piece of advice would you give your younger self, since you can't tell them you was right? What would you give your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to go after it. I feel like when I was younger, I was kind of like, everything has to be right. I have to play the cards right. Like, it's multiple steps before you get to it. I have to know everything before I get started.
Really?
Like, I have to plan for everything.
Break it down. Okay.
And I feel like that could hinder your growth because you're waiting to know it all, when sometimes you just have to do step A before you can get to step B. Yeah, you don't have to know what step B and C is at step A. Just start, and that's what I would tell my younger self, to just start.
So how is it now? Do you still have to break everything down, or you just like, I'll just do it? Okay, let me just do it.
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Okay.
Like, I want to plan that way. It's like I'm making a smart decision, a smart investment, but I don't have to know everything right away.
Okay.
So I learned
that's growth.
Yes.
That's growth. That's real growth. So I know y'all travel, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Which trip changed your life for the better?
Which one went and you was like, oh, okay, this is different. I needed this one.
Probably Indonesia
Yeah.
and Bali.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we were able to see their pretty much how they live, and it's just like minimalist. And they had like peace offerings on the ground, like you'll walk, and it's like made out of limbs of trees and stuff like that. And it'll be like they pray over it, and it's just God's blessings, and everything was cheap, and it was not like a lot of materialistic stuff and judging. So it was just like very peaceful, earthy, you know. So
That's good.
I definitely feel like in Bali it was like, you know, and we met people over there too. They have Black in Bali.
Really?
Yeah, Black in Bali.
Wow.
Yeah, they had this group called Black in Bali.
Uh-huh.
So it was like black people from different destinations. Yeah, like Paris, England, United States, and we all just like connected. Yeah.
That's good. So what's your trip, you think? Or would that be the same one for
I
you?
would have to agree, just because it was just like so minimal. You could just see how people lived with. I mean, I wouldn't say like nothing, but they didn't need a lot. It was like they were rich in a different form. So I enjoyed that, and it kind of let me know like sometimes I hold on to too many things, too many materialistic things. So let me get rid of this stuff.
That's good.
But
Open your eyes up to other things.
It did.
Life is hard out here. So I like that y'all both is on the same page, but we about to spice it up just a little bit, okay? We about to have a competition going on. So the winner gets to walk away with the crown.
Okay, just look around.
Okay, y'all. So the first question, don't get it twisted. What K-word measurement is a measure of 1 nautical mile per hour?
A knot.
Damn, I can't get an option. Okay, so which term describes the turbulent water behind a boat?
Awake.
Okay, y'all know what y'all talking about. Hold on. Y'all can trust them on the boat. Y'all can trust them.
What word is used to describe a floating container anchored to the sea bottom so that it remains in position?
They're anchored. Right? Or a buoy.
Yeah.
A buoy.
Yeah. Okay. So what D word refers to the minimum depth of water a boat needs to
Draft.
Okay. So we
We got 2 and 2, y'all. 2 and 2. Which speedy merchant ship shares its name with both a fruit and a brand of sunscreen? An apple float, grape waves, banana boat, or
Banana boat.
Yes. Yes.
So a lead means away from the direction of which weather phenomenon that's important for sailing. Is it the wind, the waves, the harsh, or the still?
I'm gonna say wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, last one to break it up. What term is used for the pointed part of an anchor that is designed to catch in the seabed? A fluke, a head, a tip, a curve.
A fluke.
It is. Okay, nice. Y'all know a little something, y'all. They know what they talk about. So y'all can definitely go ahead and make sure y'all reach out to JustRide. Can y'all please let them know once more, how can they find you guys and book with you?
JustRideWC.com is our website. Again, JustRideWC.com. Also on all social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, JustRideWC is the username.
All right, y'all. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you.